So now I will pay affordable Japanese cars with flexible payment terms and all. And one answer will call. Now no more couldn't come on cars and Abapa Japan cars here. And your memoha a koyepa yakwano crash say yes, we have Japan cars. I didn't the Uncle Kayepko Group Ventures for Horn Boying. She show more or more Nya market or more traffic in Bibia won't come out to say yes, Bibia koyema. I said that Twin Towers. I want him fire way circle here. Oba circular traffic lights na se honomwa baby tell so head office in the one a honoma na wall I don't see the brand on painful bidding common ajo with the announce of fire juma send your fata kan ho na here be say jaw beji shop ni bi beji office ni bi na fire small clinic fire small hospital fire small business be a person ye dimu bia no me pacho ye ntempa friend paying for on 0244 900449 0244 900449 and answer 020 511 0001 020 511 0001 now in paying for the come on abejo office no answer that Twin Towers na high be kwaja. But I was say 41 minutes past the hour of 7 a.m. But I was say so do a video now to Kessben 92.9 and our face on Facebook Kessben 92.9 Kessben 92.9. Na also odo comment na face so nearby person can be an faculty o mame patro like na comment na face share na making count commenting na on WhatsApp also no making count messages in na me hu anopay Eben me hu capital goso me hu teacher constitution. I have seen Daniel Coleman from Ahafu Kenya say mudi na making count ni na amamo. It tells me that monemia and nam from now to 9:45 near the Jumedio no abewi making count messages in na amamo enche kra wo hwe me so Kessben TV amema ache ema wakwaba eba Kessben Maakye so midin e de amansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah on DSTV channel is channel 364 and then on Go channel 121. Yes chase na fe yendi enkomoen na one of the critical enkomo sebio yina ye fo se SSA yedi hu komo yie na ma oman no etumi kɔ nanimo has to do with drugs, narcotics na sa ndroboni say ye tu anase ewo memu ha no aye yenko na yemra bebre na abom homoden na omo ye hu adwuma na we and na Kessben Maakye we had an exclusive interview with the man in charge deputy director in charge of operations meka lawyer Chum Berima edi enkomo afa narcotics in this country called Ghana. Now, revelations are odia mayen when it comes to akwa sabi subsequent governments ajero mo ho so mbeko ama enyema ko yie no and ho komo ne ba bedie sisia no. Now, for him, he feels that the MPP government lacked the political will to fight narcotics ewo krom ha. Ne asession no sound no oka. Again, okay, say Reverend Intim Fojo issue be a bit PMU say ye the plane be land wa Accra. Na ebe lande ye no the Ndrobone and afesu sika abomemu hanom. The President John Dramani Mahama set up committee to look into these matters, and then invite was given to Reverend Intim Fojo say omra na omeboa so we can establish. It's time so Omanpenyi is ready to fight drugs in this country. And also Ekusi saying. But all these, yene ura lawyer Chum Berima, or deputy director, Narcotics Control Commission, NACOC, Edin Komo, exclusively with Kessben Maakye. Yen share on Kessben TV, and I face you on Kessben 92.9, and then on Facebook, Kessben 92.9. In some more comfort MPP and their political will to fight it, and after to Reverend Intim Fojo, the matters are rising. You could see saying, then and what is the way forward when it comes to drug issues in this country? happening about a year narcotics in our face so say be in draw and some fata your youth especially in our face so we see some of us getting involved no you be the home common afia hwekwan be fa so a ye betimi aboa ama eye side ye betimi abrena say wo eye ye mamu ha no say say ha dwene ye pa megiri ye say wo ene me yate dear friend the red ene dia ka nyina and our face so eye the bigger picture when it comes to narcotics commission don't be ama oman no asin o mabetena musisia no den pa no betimi aboa no ho komo ene ba bedi ene anope ewo ne office intino ye ne lawyer Alexander Chumberema eba bedi nkomo na fe ya hwe de ko ene de banyina lawyer be ma good morning bibi aboko de
I ready to say
oba office saying
oh
Ayara
pressure na go bend and no my account.
Yeah, say on that score. Now, you share a commission and kasa mobe mu.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, very critical. Mobe 2 years. Before say no in the past 9 months, no. Motumi ayehwe juma na say the
Kojo ye the mampanias I was akwanya iso. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Akra wo de yebodia na yabo emu ase. Ya mention in the sense that you knew what you wanted to do for Ghanaians when it comes to the issue of narcotics. It will matter the right leadership, number one. Now, what showed the will to also give us the needed support? Narcotics Control Commission, but for our coming was one agency and lacking almost everything. Almost everything narcotics was lacking. That is why I'm first thanking the president. Because in the last said okay, what there was off you say about from March. But what is all fund from January in Pukra and say be 10 months money but you buy no. Kojo me hwanye ma yetimi baby a wotini. Over hard as be because na gantra.
Wow.
These are all part of the the good things that you are seeing. The front decks. Even the morale of the personnel. They were not going for any operations. Nothing. They were not. No. I mean, Sabi, you see, the crew meeting was a kind of you can't know what they did. 2.9. Nothing. Resources.
Okay.
They were lacking. Me no can say. I find the president didn't push say, yeah, what body scan, intrusive body scan, any baggage scanner, it me example. Then I mean anyhow be a work constantly be a we need to demand say be a breaking down since we came to power. The president is now I am telling you at the airport. The president is now pushing for us to be why instructors said one place come any of friends.
Internet break it down or airport no na mo yen say
and to say I don't want one and I just go bisa ngojo. One penny bit much ade anu ye. Because when you am person fighting narcotics. Hwekwa am for fast conceal nima. Kojo Kessben 92. So look at some of these methods of concealment.
We pay by transport. Inland yeah. Na ye de call amanone.
So what you say? Ya che guy case be o ha ye ho aduma. Akwa no nya daji kojo afa alert samna. Wa bona senk infant dokon no. No di wi awuram. Asise na hodo. Ani wa ye bi infant dokon no so wi di sem. Na say yes ya compressive wind no e dia sade ni mu no to say I don't know, these are some of the evil things people are doing all because of person the wind free akwa koto enye sika gu ne butu oba obi duru Ghana we boga wonam na dwene mu no o chain nipa da sane bi obehye na asase so they misbehave anyhow, they talk anyhow. These are the things. Vehicles. Most of their cars are so were extremely old cars. Ordinarily, so a security agency like this, or function here, you should not be having cars which are more than 10 years old. No. Any car that is 10 years old, you won't mean you acquire your numbers. What can you brand new said, I will bomb back, you know, what was your meal? You buy your Mampania Roma. You would have papa yi director general ade ha koto mu free match be pem ne yenya cars be 10
wow
regions anaka ni ho units bi ana wo mu ni campo da and wo nyina tie mom cars and they are functioning. How can you function without these things? District commands. Yeah, they were running less than around 10. And those so-called 10 people are not saying they were just there by name.
Into then and near fighting.
Minimum. But then courtesy the leadership that we have here led by Brigadier General Manti. And yeah, born chidom. And they said, I become company and also did Thomas said, the man of person we and now we have over 50 districts that are functioning today. Efficient too. Functioning now. Yeah, not just functioning, you are more men. Trained men who are there working. And per the plan, by middle of next year, we should be getting to more than half of the proper districts that we have, which is about the 260. We should be crossing more than half of it. In 4 years, I can tell you, Nana Courts Control Commission, you cover all the 261 regions. So, Mr. Regions, I can say districts in Ghana.
It's a machine we're putting in vending.
Oh no, that's a mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to happen.
Okay.
I know it for sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure I was saying because I know they're intrusive. Who from one? We can't one more share for baby show.
Okay.
A baby, and we say we don't know. Okay, in the same and Fia. Instead, he said this is a hobby.
And I said for more than.
Oh. Kojo, die.
Maybe we crano. Yeah, Kessben maybe a train was a few months ago. Yeah, one of the MPs, so Reverend Intim Fojo, Edin Sembi Ebetuja has to do with the airport here. Okay, airport here. Na mame kosono ne yedin komana baby. The issue of airport abai, the drugs abesia call. I remember you were all out asking, say, any problem, bra. Na ba assist here. Na ye hu hawa ibetimi aye checks no near checks and ekosi sense
oni de no keka
oni de no keka sen
oni de no keka
wonya intel abeka
oni hwe memfi no oni hwe you ya tara bia ya ma agronton chen na ya ma ya nimere okay ye wodi bia bia wonya bedu so na wudu ho wi a Paul kan se me oba mo se bra na mi so na me ya ma de sakola na de manyini wonya drum panindie mu a se wo sompo en eja Kojo, when he has some way of be ampany Numa. So what I say? He didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't know what he was talking about. If he says, I was a woman with your worker, you're better, you're charge custom officer. You're charge aviation security officer. You're charge police for me in Ukabamuha. So our arrest knows no boundary. To one no ye be on also be fan hodi. And interestingly, flights in the car nobody said na bed. You what kind of flight? Wouldn't say that serious. I don't even know. Wouldn't say a check class and say say flight here maybe good dey with them go for any Kenya for go check it. And was there was nothing. I still have the video on my phone.
There was nothing.
That day I was scanning flight no. I go say for the ramage no. Nakok. Customs. BNI and I said it was a from Biera. Me yaram pe BNI. After the aviation security for national security, but all these five agencies were there. Obia won role play. Me for video intro. Me am try video that day. Me am try video that day. Kojo. Ata da bia ya me yanimre niema yan en na ho no ma bi hu akra na ya na agro no dos
enti mo invite no kra wamba
enya yan de invite no national security na invite no ye de invite na gache no
akama den
ye de ke beche no on de no tu esa
ada na beche no
na de na ye fro na ma enya tene beche anye
okay So that's the flight, yes.
So okay.
Yes.
And turn off then the on
yes.
12 bills then.
Yes.
On the customer officer be to us here or scan
yes.
Shana ko phone agent na what is for new.
Yeah.
And other security agencies in general.
Yeah.
Wadaroma, so be na tifu be hu se de me kai ya no kranti. Yeah, now we date me tell date be na twali.
Of course, Sunday 16th March 2025.
The report we have 14th March 2025. The first day I'm back, remember was 14th March 2020, Friday. The question that so that man question and the question I iPhone the way I don't know date time be out in for guys I'm not about mun check date. Mun check date. Kojo, for phone we the mun go time obe kan na sem no. Na for compare me date in America and say which one occurred first. It was about 2 weeks or so after. If I'm not mistaken, manager no more dates no na I want us to settle that score here today.
Okay.
Because my mom media no, they are trying what check dates in the time you know.
Yes.
Good. It's man no checking on her time or be can say we hu say there. 1st April. Till 1st April 2025. Me video na say end na akure because we were already ahead of you. We were already ahead of you. 16th March. Who first April na obekasa 16th March. Ya dealing with it to clear wie. Ya dealing with it in Paris. And he didn't know what he was talking about. But you see, Sabren no company can say. National Security Coordinator in Lady. No 1 year on for me a team na investigate asem.
Yeah.
Na yen friend. Afedi ono no ya friend so mra meyi ni se manu wi so ono akose parliament achi akwoto no kata ase yen mum ye mra defense and intelligence committee anim ne ye mom briefing unye serious ye ma dey briefing.
Oh, so much crazy. I mean, it is here. I mean, Tuesday, 1st April, the minority in Parliament raised concerns over what they say are 2 suspicious flights that landed in Ghana in March. And they say that according to them, the 2 flights suspected to be carrying cocaine and undisclosed amount of cash landed in Ghana between March 20th and March 25th, 2025. So, if Parliament is called, why won't you go?
It means first can in free time I can also go baby I go. Can no kofa ko na can no baby. I don't know when source also in the okay. Why couldn't he mention the car number say be a Toyota Hilux pickup number ABC whatever. I didn't want to answer. Driver no to know or about another.
But at least he's able to show you
that. Sure. This is how we do investigations. I'm telling you how we do investigations. If the flight brought cash, I'll go to the cocaine. But if the flight brought cash are moved in vehicles. Yet means one your course near Triso. And from a sending Chemu airport woman in ye. And to be bidding under a coffee and one DP Koyo. Car no coffee and for you, but no car, a car of saying. No, then time of car. Driver no about now, Bema. No to do another cocoa. 2 minutes ye. Sunny can. To the cocaine. Cocaine ba na egu nipa nsem. Anani a box no. Na se bag mu. Bag be mu na se. How was it concealed in the flight? Ah ye koyi free flight mu de kwa na waku na wo so gina na wo kan. Ya conceal ni say. Kunni mu de wo kan. Ya wo dogs for how? Our dogs cocaine kwa na forget you. Obada si ha hwe. Yeah, the million call flight so that day. Me jina ho. Me drew airport that day 5 minutes to 6 a.m. See me time no. Me drew airport 5 minutes to 6 a.m. that day. That means man sorry that day. Inti say am pass bibi say si. We dey say dey make nyam ye dey ye di tro. Inti for do dey nkwa na enekora we so funti. On dey na enekora yate. Adanse e wo ho we so flight ni be see ye no. E dey came by. And a discount so by. So how were they dispatched from the airport?
Think to know some a committee now.
Only serious. Yan can sir.
That sad way.
He who alleges
proves.
When do you improve?
Emma a picture be say on mine when it comes to drugs into me and Kwana. Did he paint you a picture like that?
He was woman ready so on fighting narcotics. NDP government and Nagufuado and Baumia were never ready to fight narcotics. That one I can say that on authority. But for us, we are more than the word ready.
No, but on what basis?
Oh, maybe I'm saying basis as a
fight anything because indeed, I mean, they were there. They had personnel, security personnel, airports, everything. I mean,
what's my obisson go for no man with me do money? What's my penny? My food with the Bremen. Cop a humami no. Codo a phone mamma never Jessica. All co grass qua man here called bedo. And you expect to call Uncle Donny and Prassing in Akama. No bass and every episode. What to be that? So they were not ready. I know what I'm talking about. I'm comfortable with them. Then we want to make canina. They were not ready to fight narcotics. One more. They were not ready.
So how do we fight that image? If indeed you to me and sad pain, how we?
That is why now we are showing leadership. That is why now we are showing commitment. Into a matter of Mampanino, na scan one more time and I say you. What would you say? 8 good years. I buy the near breast of post fighting narcotics. Now was scan about the detective who will be able to get Gunium. I would determine what me funded enough for Munana. I say, when you are almost obeying out of a festival. Wait just when you're not serious about narcotics.
Many we crowd, but so yeah, kind of queen. I mean, how do we fight some of these things in our ports when it comes to drugs and all those things?
We seize. I mean, yes, CZ crown over 80 feet because 80 feet, 80 feet boom, but yes, CZ 40 back and 20 you know, some in Sakura, Nina, tramadol, Ibia, na eba.
Okay.
Abidua. And the funny story, you see, people should stop this things. Why can't on record they say, oh, this one is going to Niger? Whoa. Who releasing the CIA in Niger?
Let's circulate to
I am telling you. But do you think we will allow our port to be used as a transit point for you to escort negative goods to your country? Yeah, Maakye. It is a Burkina. Ko Niger, ko Libya, ko na now they are for high. You bet you. Now go be a. Oh no, so we are inquiries in Tinya or the man pension. Inquiries no better. No say. Na ne ko freight forwarder. Na ne clients be some person with the tramadol ne bana. Woman no so mo de ba na ya chi wo mo ti one person be hu ni ntia mo de ba e be chi wo mo. Me na ni mo am so wonya e bon ni ntia de for now no. I mean too for na ko.
International, is there a warning to people almost shows is here like no buy baby say what will you tell the others? I mean
no baby say me nya botre train mu e ma ni hunu nie ntia wo ya e beche no ana mbusa say e ko hefa wo say wo e ko Nigeria na say na say Nigeria support da ho
that na nko
ana na nko si wo na e be si asa na afatogu akofa Benin asa na ko pimo Lagos e tira wo say de anya Nigeria na ade beko tia wo adi wa go de unye di for kwaso obehwe wani maka wo and I see some obehwe right from the word go you can deduce no this guy is lying because why would you be transporting adi a worship there ko Nigeria now was me the best Ghana asa na me da from the Ghana across Togo border across Togo Burkina Togo Benin border across Benin Nigeria border me and son na wo dey ko do Nigeria ho wo bra you could have just gone straight to Lagos and discharge.
Your warning to these.
The warning is very simple.
Important.
We can me friend say warning. Put to the me too. Me wasn't be am take me can me boss me director general na osre. Me say adom mre no ani o. And no say what is make say TV so enya won ma beche wo. And no say de wo ye bia no a won say anya. Say wo ton cocaine. Wo cheap cocaine. Wo de agu warehouse bi mu. Na wo pe kwan ba fa so de afiri ya de akọ Europe. Wo pe kwan ba free do be fa so de afiri ya akọ hefa. Wow, what the cocaine no ayi what the other business been ayen katani mo behind it is cocaine we know. But me pa boni say ubejai. Wow, won say what the say. They are closing not less than 6 or more pharmacies. No more turn them turn red. Ya che what the be close. Ya trauma pharmacy council with evidence of you selling that. Yeah, I just said they should revoke your license. They are bidum yenya wa ya de be yo. Nobody will be exempted. Wow, also do the baby return. We compress we no. oben hashish oben whatever wadaroma don't bring my ye bomu ya yanchi we die jayo na sa wode also bokoso aso de na wunya ya efutu nzakra nipa adisen so no tenansa na dan so no beto bomu de awura sa for a wall tintin ya wa ha wa yetimi mu no ana bo so say da no we call anko
La, you better say. That's a Radisha also. The Deputy Director General Narcotics Control Commissioner, lawyer Alexander
Chumberman. The Deputy Director Narcotics Control Commission in charge of operations, lawyer Chum Berema and Amoten and Kasisiano. Clearly, that warning to more ton narcotics you should be careful. Again, the fight, as in the national fight, he believes that the NPP did absolutely nothing to fight narcotics in this country. But coming to power just about 9 months to almost a year, things have really changed when it comes to narcotics until now we never knew that machine scanner scanning when it is that you need to pass through in terms of checking drugs and other matters in the airport. I say during last previous years in I say and now he's saying Omampenyi is trying to make efforts to see them buy a new one and then to fix it at the airport to really ascertain and see the drugs saying alcohol. And check Zika Stick brought to you by a dog activated charcoal. And I'm in check around the pan on a betnas and for your Dean Komo Backman, a Deputy Director Communication and a United Party and so Yaboa or your National Communication Team and so Brian Campaign or Kahubi and so my sister Janet Asana Nabla or your chairperson a People's National Party or also betnas and for your Dean Komo with other matters has to do with our narcotics in this country, and then we'll look at the LI 246, which has been revoked. That controversial LI 246, they revoke, and then the issues of OSP matters arising within in Hong Kong right after doc activated charcoal bringing us Zika Stick. But I'm saying ventures ending komo na fi embra Zika ho na fi medium komo and ben for bibia bokode
ya menadom
ya the radia say me sure say Kayepko Ventures will be a way. Now, what you used to be a cool ye come up. You go so boy, I'm come on, and then echo, quite be 2 years, then you be 2 back, Papa here, and to Papa and Nadia, he didn't
yo, I say, I biddy can't chair a tear for near her phone. Now, Sadia Udi can't kind of quite dear, ubetu. I did your sabi. Why not going say or no abrabomuno on peso beko nim na se opeso beko wanim wa abrabomu nko ade ya e kwan ne de ubetu yes e kire se ne oda apem so kra no papem aka ho ai nti no wo de wo ho na se akwanya ba na wo se wo de untu kwan de ya na se wa e kire se epokura mpo no nsuo etogum ya kwane sa de na che se Kayepko Ventures ya san agina ye na so yidi amanfo de yato yen eye Paul amantem yesena dikanfo no ya somu se twetwe a yekita din ni mu a yesoso ye pese ne Paul amantem na amanfo de amayen no ye yema ne borosa intimi no kasai akwanya ne gusu da ho ma nipa bebiri ne mbomu no eye masonfo carpenterfo electricianfo welder na tilers nyina akwanya na heavy duty drivers omu nyina akwanya abeto amomo brei amene o kasai mu ese wo a wo ye sa adwuma ni bibia no bom nan ne tutumrika ne bra ya office na ye ne ontwetwe nkombo ansa na no mamemfa number no entudwa ye number ne ye 0556 73 5422 0556 73 5422 and 0556 70 2834 0556 70 2834 your number mienu we abrena bridge bia meka say eno pe ene yedidi yedwuma Ghana ha ni wiase afa na nyina yeni number foforo bia ka ho yeni number foforo bia ka ho sade ye kana no ye wa Ghana ni bia na se nipa biara mani tu kwan ko country bia so na mmom Arab country de kayepko yenye ho adwuma wo de wadwen ne se wo de hwa na ope Arab country dia yeni problem ubetimi akọ companies ne dozo be kayepko de yenye Arab countries nemo for now no enwuma me boboye no countries ya hia anaso mu hia enkrofo ne ye Serbia, Brazil, Netherlands, Japan and Korea. Sa countries 5 we ehia mason for carpenter for welder for tilers, steel benders and heavy duty drivers. Uye sa enkrofo ne bia bwanan tutumika sesi ana bra yen office. Na Serbia what say upesu ko UK na yankasa adwuma wo hwa no nkyerase yemfa nko UK ye de ubekọ UK na emomo no adwumafo de ye ne de ehọ na obenya sa pesu ko UK US country bia opese obekọ so no mesrew bra ya so ye oba yesuso ebeboa wo sade ye kana oba fa o passport and o Ghana card. Now the 2,000 Ghana cedi aka ho no abe fire forms na ye gina so age visa amount ye je visa amount ansa na watu sika ye nje usika ento ye nje usika mami si number ne so biem number ne ye 0556 73 5422 0556 73 5422 and 0556 702834. Minua eso fakakra account.
Yo, eda say. The chiak Kessben fu etiefu nyina. Kayepko Ventures yaso ye na emienu ba ko Kumasi na ba ko Accra. Accra no ye wo Anya Market, Deeper Life Junction. Ana Kumasi so ye wo Oshim Police Station hono ma. Kayepko Ventures enye adwuma nko an ye. Ese empo beso tu kwan ko eco school. Ana se bia peso ko sla obi. Ana peso ko ye adwuma business bia for this Kayepko Ventures. Peso tu kwan ko Canada. Peso ko Schengen country say bia Germany, Italy, Schengen country bia peso ko bia for this Kayepko Ventures. Then ye bibia ma your office no Kumasi ye wo Oshim Police Station on mana Accra ye wo Anya Market, Deeper Life Junction. Your number ne 0556 73 5422 0556 73 5422 and 0556 702834 0556 702834. You say Kayepko Ventures by office so bad. Do you hear so about form? You obetia 2,000 Ghana cedis. Now the passport aba. Say puni passport ni bia. By office or near no nya passport in be mount. You say a visa before payment. You can visa before payment. I should say visa be ba as no be payments. Do you hear so be for for me 2,000 Ghana cedis. Now the passport account now the Ghana card aba. Near ye visa amount. You visa ni we ban so a ye don't be hyehyeye e wo kwan be fa so atua visa fee no. E kwan be fa so atua e flexible payment plan na be fa so atua. Your office no Anya Market,
okay.
Deeper Life Junction, Accra, and Kumasi, Oshim Hotel Junction, and a police station. Honoma. Your number near 0556 73 5422 and 0556 702834.
Yo, minua me da say na yemfa we to aso. You be kaya atiefo say said last week ye ka me ne mo kasa ya me kan say enipa ya sabre omo ya ready ye di omo ko no em say December ya no ye di kan say omo ready ye sraw entena ho anya me hu yanka entena ho anya me hu yanka na woso a bia wa be fa form a ya frew no ene ya bisa on ye sraw say ma ahonya ha na ebra na ye nya ne tentem emfama ye mfa ni agro say bia ye try office na ya gege 2000 na ye di kwa akotwa yanum da bi wo ukọ na oba ubeboa oman Ghana ema oman ni mu eyefe minimu se empanifo ne anuane mu bia amatutu kwan pen no omo ba bia amutimi ebebu yen kuro impo sabi abonfia kwa na bra na ososo ebepeja eniema mu ema Ghana eso enya krabehwe twro number no eye 0556 73 5422 0556 73 5422 and 0556 702834 0556 702834
okay
me no ka say me fi ha me kwa office enti bra na ye no ntwetwe nkomo say de amanfo ka say work campaign no ye nsesa no ye gusua ye work campaign no so wo de bra unya bit file form ne nko a enhyehyɛ ya sɛ de me bra ne kan no ye wɔ flexible payment a ye no be ye nhyehyɛ ya ye do be kɔ na wokɔ no kɔ ye adwuma a wabɛboa ama na ye ti bomɔden abo anan na bra yen office me no ka sɛ sisia
okay all right Meda se Kayeko Group Ventures for Edamasi ye pa na yejiri se panyin ni obia mubechi omu nyina amaye ewo eye Kayeko Group company ne omo edi enkomo no 60 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. ewo ye Kessben 92.9 na face so Kessben TV and then on Facebook Kessben 92.9 like share na face comment or page no so mama na bibia metimi akenkan ne nyina ama obisa I want to go to Japan why as a mason nati definitely obeko any problem crowd doc activated charcoal at the Ezike stick right after that no na fe ne mpem for so atena na fe din komoni ahwe de eko ene de ebe nyina ntino ziga are ready no the Ezike stick pa ziga bia boko de
yeah boss bibia boko
the
boss about veterans I should cry as about veterans
the Backman himself
and me person me person PNP next time Mr. me person be a friend say running meet more consider meeting here because me hear element be a more president I can do better than them. There are some people I'm a person who call parliament. I can do better than them. But I'm not doing well in my constituency. And I don't have money to become a member of parliament. But I can do better than them. So please, if there are some people that I know, they were considered to become a running mate. Mr. PNP for more consider as a running mate.
Yeah, very sure.
Yes. Honorable Alexander Chumberima.
Yes, lawyer.
Just say, I don't know what to say again. Me penasema ha ma medam intimina. Passionate or the run woman, that is why I like him. Eduma na oye. Say asem na o kanu. Say obedi na chin say oni na chini. Just look at the passion. Or you invest ewo. The bibi obi ne kasa. The bibi or the passion in emotions. Eti we psychology be catch you say a draw on anymore that person that you can rely on. And I like him very much. You see, we're making statement to me. And I think that this statement is debatable. But it's not fair far from right. What say? NPP time. Omen Timi and fight drugs than NDC. Yes, this government is just a 9 months old, and I said 10 months old. Let's put it that
10 years.
But you see, it's not far from right. And the country America says it's not far from right. So, won't take drug fighting as here. Won't take drug abuse as here. Ye fear timu ya to be done ye dimisa no man. So, won't tiasia. Ebi adi o canon so won't tiasia. I remember when Dr. Kwame Adokufo and the second term as a defense minister. And in the second appointment as interior minister. You remember Kofo Ebewienu? Yeah. He became as a interior minister because a corporate president, that's what the ministry at all. A corporate Kofo did another reshuffle and he became interior minister. This question, one question, appeared twice vetting committee in 2005 when he became as a defense minister again, and I became interior minister. Say, Oba Kumasia, Kumasia, the constituency, mentia that time ne ebum. A whole part yes drugs, and in Kofua say o shatadi typical sorry free atadi me jeje phones ne ade. And a drugs ekosopa. And they mention BBF for Tinker Island. And the Tinker Island BBC documentary, Amiatia say, that is where cocaine, yes, you told cocaine, out the whole West Africa. I'm telling you. BBC reports. The BBC report, Amoya no Alaja Bass mo time, Tago mo time. Say Ghana done transit hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, the faha. And the Amoya the Tramadol time. Ninasi Tinker is the where you started to drugs first. Our West Africa.
Okay.
And I think our Menshia constituency. That is where Pesa Kora say, Usuma Kora cry a man in Kofaho. Or Faho, it can be compromised. Nipe Nimude, lecturers, professors, or more, a software crack or thinker, or my genasa, be brated to all my brabwa say, a thinker. So he was asked the same question and said that I'll make sure, say, I'll kill this thinker area. He couldn't. Ufra bem not think that's all. But Muntakabu Barak took over. I also the constituency. A share we thinker. I don't know what swasi one I share boundary. Your friend say a man share boundary. He came and said no. I'll remove thinker within 6 months. He has ordered the Ghana Police Service to remove thinker. So we are looking forward to see say you be successful. I'll remove thinker. Kasana or Kaneka is serious to combat the thing. So when he said that NPP time, Obantian fighting drugs like NDC, they are 10 months old, but he's not far from right. He's not far from right because Malam Yaya, so the Malam Yaya.
Yeah, minimum.
Yeah, reporter.
Yes.
He did the reports during the Tramadol time. And we say, most of the Tramadol, not there. Tramadol, not the pharmacy in Kwara no Munumu. There were a specific one, opioid one beer. No, is being staffed with a certain concoction. One kitwa bi krana. No, you see, you get me? And only 50 milligram over your day. Than say 200 milligram now, sana statia foul, which you turn of pharmacy. He did a report and we investigated it and it was so clear. Say, most of the Tramadol na boys no near the free Cameroon deba. Maybe free Burkina Faso. So you ask yourself that if Ashawan was able to find her way back to this country, ever spending 8 months near Gunudia, then it starts to reason as a logician. Matthias said that the Cameroon Diana near Cassia de Bano, people were compromised near the ban. They are true. The American watch I say. Now listen. My memoir honorable to Berima. Because Samuel Famia, bet me abwana me akon illegal you are this country. I'm telling you. Me, I know what I'm talking about. Yawo muda it be nim. I'm a come near woman. I'm a come with the help of drugs. Me na me catch you. Yes, cocaine biba. Ghana Police Service e biya drugs. Make us open now. Me mean so na me ka. She ye kase cocaine biba. The director of operations of Ghana Police Service is the one that ye ba assigned to go and seize the cocaine, the vest and the heban. Ye pe ye de be call narcotic, ye de be call narcotic control but no ma sign. Near the call laboratory, near akwa check say. Ade we say cocaine and pa and that's cocaine. Ye kase cocaine what to do ni say ye de call a certain place near akwa question because as I said, interior minister, and defense minister, president, narcotic control, whatever, all the appropriate quarters will sign. Near Kwako Benny Aden, I will touch. Baby, I see Adiano. Yatihuni na. Yatu or their found. Padlock of the Dano. And a cocaine, who saw your science a 5 compound. Sa compound here, two substances come together now form a compound. It's a jar and cocaine. Cocaine won't mean no money and your grabe. What's a form another compound? I say tight if you go moza. Sa go moza no. And no now part tight. What to a yidi shema? What matches Nadia Soma? uhili ko musa we see the obi aka bibia chewa yey
sir
I'm telling you and na ne boss so dene ye twa kakra bi se ma
Gomoza no
yeah Gomoza and ye wo rock and ye wo tie so Gomoza no is where baby I yashin the compound no and na ne bo na di because the cocaine na o maka so what cocaine what do ko ni tru no mo junkies so bunya scan to sa cocaine no one matches ye the matches ne sanisi a ye ba fi ebegu matches ni su bia no ye do go in search setwea obato ne be se bia obato ne be se 100 cedis and I say 200 cedis etu omunya scan ento etu Gomoza no omunya scan so ask yourself say ya hia de na wie no a abeda ne compound na da no Gomoza no eye dai e de pia bonten I need questions and answer
wakasem
eye dai na ko chapatre cemetery okumase eye dai na ba dome ayi railways eye dai na ko asalam down gotamu a eye dai na ko bantama gatam eye dai na ko Tenka Island eye dai na ko Colombia in Kofor ayi ye fere say Crofrom eye dai na ko Amoko Bunker House eye dai na ko Ayija Baghdad why na de ko honum mon ka kire because ya je ho ya de padlock atoa no why mo na de sa Gomoza ne ko ye hye baby ba ko pe ye hye baby a etu o mon ka kire ya wo rock you see this about this country rock no is not found in this country unya bi wo baby a Ghana but always rock back this country why mo na me de ba rock it is Gamos ye fene say Prekese it's only Israel and this country it is also Prekese or Cameroon Prekese or Nigeria South Africa it is either it's coming from Ghana or Israel so we don't have rock you know rock or Ghana and you manufacture rock and yet then a rock over
okay
why not do rock in the back so we need to know and so when we say drugs and what's some about baby yeah, could drugs na Ghana ni akwachiwe ni akwachiwe ya drugs omo fighting drugs say it is either ya ma ye transit ni ye show no abedane drug transit and go for the ayifa so the whole world ehun ye say ya ha ni week and as ye chi obo bebre ba sanete si ante ho asam nso a si anchi obi a wo borders no na de bia ye chi nkofo intalani nsusu a eno so kira we say yentimi fight
okay
eti eye adia dene so I'm happy say was say President Mahama is investing much into this ebia omuntimi nto ase kra but at least maku we kakra maku mensa bia police force assist nkofo barriers ema ye de konkronkro so tramadol nkofo a erane pharmaceutical ayifes drugstores I am now more who can some ton tramadol unless big time pharmacists and I say chemist and I saw ton a typical crassin lorry stations your friend say even toilet facilities people are around the toilet they are selling this Mr. Obama behind me me a gun and me capre I will be able to see I will help them to combat drugs in this country. Right. I'll call you better mama. Friend of mama. Or mental I'll call you myself. That's all.
But I say Ziga steak and up more 28 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. meeting at a Mansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah Ziga steak and our teas and brought to you by Doc Activated Charcoal. Now Doc Activated Charcoal say when it comes to bloating, don't worry. When it comes to bloating and I feel so gas, indigestion, stomach ulcer and I feel discomfort where you will tummy moi. Me pachowa Doc Activated Charcoal. DOK is the name. DOK Doc Activated Charcoal Powder. Ebebo yepa. Most I say you mudidi enyumre na mudufia beye 9 10. Ese mudidi when did ya asana ye ni modua na ebe ha mu yepa. Enti no by force ora backman obedi odiwe so na hye no so ta konye wa no tonko wabre bacho nom eye DOK Doc Activated Charcoal na onom a sebio ebema eye enema abrase osora no power to say we fine eduane bia enhye wo so fungus na face no eye acid flash na no bacho Doc Activated Charcoal ebebo ye pa yen so eye ku food poisoning yen so sebio skin rashes itching indigestion ekoso nyina no eye DOK Doc Activated Charcoal 100% natural and afeso eye safe eman kwada and afeso mpanyimfo nyina and into the call a shop now call pharmacy beer also should DOK doc activated charcoal na ebeboa ye pa ebacho open do to party a yanko a adia pharmacy Kumase Love Life Pharmacy Kumase Pure Live ewo Kumase na feso Colina ko Kumase na naboache ewo tema na feso men's atakra the Joe Bennett ewo Joe Bennett Pharmacy was Sunyane and feso Delight Pharmacy Koforidia Wodama eso ewo Ashama na feso ye pharmacy beer wo eyo kanshi drug no wonsa ebeke 0598 206885 0598 6885 and after to 020-661-6620 DOK a doc activated charcoal and once some and I make a choice to see and watch a time now is 30 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. paying for Atenase a book Backman Deputy Director of Communications United Party and after so your boy or your National Communication Team and after so member Brian a champion campaign of the MPP SO Atenase and then our sister Janet Asana Nabla or your chairperson Emma People's National Party (PNP). On also Atenase Babedi Commission American Kayano who will deal with drug issues in this country. When the deputy director in charge of operations is telling us that the fight effectively wasn't done well under the MPP, but they are doing it well now. And then again, drugs issue in this country, airport or say a scan and crazy no crown, a general who be the who ni afi and never be chassis atofufro. Now, yeah, they ask kind of people who use the airport and all that. And then we'll look at the famous LI 2462, which has been revoked, that law. Now, what will be done with the mining sector and all that. And then the OSP and Ken Oforiatta, a bidding home command and other matters that didn't fit for us to discuss. Or messages, and I feel so with text messages in Yinano Fabra on Facebook, making kind of on Kessben 92.9, and then on WhatsApp, and I feel so with text messages in making kind of Wahanum Amamunina. Now, this one says, good morning, I'm Wokan from Bantama in the Senate West District. Everything in Ghana is being politicized. Lightwave has challenged the health minister's assertion on e-health project and payment issues. The various hospitals in Ghana are suffering because of this issue. I hope the minister is not intended to bring his own company so that it could be your scrap my back, I scrap yours. I don't say the Ken factor is really working. What to do is just to get connected. On also need or they buy and I read the rest. Now for ya twaso e wo paying for me chamu na bibia boko there.
Oh nyame do bibia boko.
Nice. You Peter say you
bibia record.
Bibia fine.
Yeah, and they nchama Western region now. Baby no cross can come disappoint one. Because that was after many Apiaka say Maba.
Okay.
So it's late in the night plan. But later now, yes, it says watching. We are on the move.
Oh, okay.
We are going to Western and Central region. Last week we were in Volta and OT.
Oh, okay.
A team of us.
Okay.
But others are also doing other regions.
Okay. Yeah. And it's working well, right?
Yeah, we are going there.
Nice. Jen, Bibia Boko there.
I was used to do.
You call Western region, call Volta region and all that.
They are now trying to put their things in place. We have our regional executives and constituency executives already.
Oh, active. Everything is active.
We have you know when we're leaving even PNC.
Yes.
11 regions left with us.
Oh, okay.
That is why when the PNC they were conducting their elections, they couldn't. You see, they are in court. They took them to court because they said they didn't conduct the elections in all the regions because they couldn't find executives in those regions. So when I hear people say that, oh, you are the only person, blah, blah, I said, if that one will let you sleep well in the night, why will I be arguing with you? So you go ahead and say those things. But when you go to OT region and then you go there and you are going around and you see our chairman, who is the assemblyman for the area, then you realize that, then Janet was not joking. They have the people at the grassroots. Okay. So they will see it's not an easy task. Okay. They will have to go look for regional executives, go to districts, constituencies, and look for constituency executives to make sure that they compile everything and bring it to Electoral Commission. Nice one. And it's not going to be easy because some of the people, he's not living there and he will give you what to cry. He's what is it? His number, and you check and realize that even though he's in OT, the voter's ID card number he has given to you is not in OT, is in another distance.
Oh, okay.
And that one is only Electoral Commission who will end up letting you know that this card, blah, blah. And so you have to go back. It's not an easy task.
Wow.
They are in there for a very, very, very huge task. And then,
You know, we transitioned.
Yeah.
We were on the ground before we transitioned.
No mere movement.
No,
normal
I know.
transition.
I do understand.
I understand what she's saying, but the point is that you're transitioning into your structures on the ground.
And
I
Except
wanted
that this
to-
time around, you know, because we're a political party, no.
Yeah.
Or they follow electoral commission structures, you know.
Yeah.
That is what we have.
Oh, no, I wasn't even having any problem with that. And this morning, you see, I was on my phone.
Yes.
You see, for instance, maybe I open my Facebook page and I see a pornographic something on the page, something I don't want to go into, but someone has deposited it over there. At times, I don't know whether it is Facebook that gave them the mandate to be doing this, because I think that things of that nature should not be on my phone. How did it get into my phone? Other people like it. Those who like it, you can give it to them. But why is it on my phone? So I've been telling people that when you look at things of this nature, it is, some people are in there just to, I won't say what I wanted to say. So I had to report the person to the to Facebook.
Yeah.
About
so at least, yeah.
So, yes. Even though it's not on my page, it is on Reels or those.
Okay,
but
Reels.
when I open my Reel, I see it, and I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
So I had to report.
Oh, okay. And Osha answer
No. I will look.
No, my patch is like yeah.
Of course.
I saw that anytime I try to open Facebook, it's
Nah,
hanging
but-
on top. And you know something? Let me give you one small reason why pornographic movies are not good for anyone. You know, when we talk about pornography, I say we have a problem in this country because our religious leaders are not focused. They are not interested in sacrificing their body to know what they are doing. So majority of them, they are just reading the Bible to you. But the Bible is coded in so many secrecy that when you give your heart to God, he will be able to reveal himself to you. One of the things that pornography does is to, like, pornography is about destroying your finances. That's what pornography is meant for. They use, anytime you watch pornography and someone goes to a soothsayer, a ritualist, I want money, they pick your money and direct it to that person because they have a legal right against you. You are a child of God. You are not supposed to be watching those things, but you left God and you did that. Didn't God tell you not to do it? So they now have a legal right to take your resources and push it to another angle. People who watches pornographic movies, some of them, they end up losing their jobs. They end up having so many difficulties, and it is boiled down on finances.
Okay.
But you will not hear this in the church because the pastors, they are not interested in that. They want to talk about money.
Janet, no.
Offering.
You see?
Offering for Janet this morning.
Yeah, we have a call here.
Menia, Crystal Domon Pie Bonti.
BBI fine. And campaign so cool you on.
Campaign there so far, Sydney, Nenyon be about say Ajibebia.
Oh, okay.
In fact,
Sentinel.
Yeah.
Dr. Brian, champion Sentinel there. See, are there Ajibebia,
Okay.
Bebia Yakubia,
Okay.
Penny Besha Santareja.
Okay.
Amana, a man for so feel. Who's a no cray? And then the friends, Dr. Brian Champo, in a long while in MPP, and somebody who's running a campaign, driven by data. It's not the Concord boys, the Munka. With the micromophobia, the feeling gadochi.
Yeah.
The data natural. Hase now, saying Hase, you may to any. One Casa Odrian was one Casa delegate now to her. Now say, walk of presidential election near 0000000. The child say, the only now to one now Casa Booms a McCoy and answer me by. In fact, Dr. Brian Champon campaign there, Ajibebia. And a substance-driven campaign as well, or can't near obetumi aye. And one of the reasons why MPP be one the party lack resources. Party about bemu for 8 years. Opa si form. Nako is a nese bio say ye nua bi kura ho ka adwam a party ne betumi anya. Inka kabibi kakra de akobwa. The party lack resource, and he's offering that. See a man the opportunity. A kwan bi obefa so a party no benya resources it deserves most importantly going into 2028 election.
But I know just 8 months now.
Yes, and one because say Nini and I are part of the reason why I want to change leadership. Abribia, I say I can focus. I say abuana pra or profine niti. Abribia obenya leadership crisis. Biano problem here. My sister, when I'm mamity, it's the same problem. And then PNC. There was leadership crisis, and a man moye de amoti am. Minua a friend say UP or Timin said Benkumisi, a same leadership crisis, and a man 10 who fee MPP. Now we want to deal with that leadership crisis. We want to bring leadership encompass with discipline, truthfulness, and direction. So what I say, leadership, not leadership, ni foresight. They are unable to envision into the future to assimilate a possible challenges that might confront you and then tackle it head on. And that has been the problem with the party, even coming from opposition to government and back to opposition. Okay. And a brass will say party, a manyoku no ebedwene ho near the leadership a day pre yo because me there be America say even oma one kasa wa am crown ni amutifie no say wo ejana na leadership ade mam na ma pre ye no kure enedia sebi asumdue kure ni fie ho asumi se wa wo mamie no na kwadwofo say papa pekwasi asem na a friend say kwasi so fo say ma me pekwabena asem say fie ho no how do you bring unity in that house? So at the end, Bible trust them and say if you be a muachiche be an ninkuni, my house divided cannot sustain.
Yeah.
So at the and that has been the problem of the New Patriotic Party for a decade now. A brand aso nyame ado ye nya babu no wan woden a sebi no kreka enye ne ya. No one because of training. You know, Dr. Brian Champo, a trained military officer.
Yeah.
And when it comes to discipline,
he's
a very disciplined person.
Okay. All right.
And he wants to restore discipline. First of all, Waka, see, about 31st January, 1st February, discipline will return to the New Patriotic Party. And once there's discipline, we believe that there will be equity in discharge of all our civic responsibility within the party. And that will bring the unity we are looking for going into 2028. Dr. Brian Champo, the Nyamiama.
All right.
And fortunately, the most important, the most important thing is Sebiosika.
Okay.
Yenkotia Drumray and Wania Haya.
Okay.
With that money, we cannot rebrand, we cannot regroup, we cannot refunction the party. Into and or turning the ideas into a friend is saying money making machines and then a bit me buy in a long way to help the party.
Okay.
Yeah, kasa ni na we am papa no cause foot will be no sense that you could. So for be the problem bro. Ebe kan no masem na wia ne kwata no adwa capre na fa solve your problem.
That's all.
And at this point in time in the history of a party, we need somebody.
Okay.
So party ni sorry and we my betum da kwatwere ne bo no aboa party.
All right.
Na zani pa ne Dr. Brian Champo.
Nice. Better say yo. Yan chance na fe yendi enkomo that one can say be name last na waka no.
Let time that we use it.
Asa na mamena won chance na yendi enkomo na fe me back my hon me yenti win fi ona yambra the issues of the OSPs and the LI and all that. The issue of drugs in this country. You heard the operations, the man in charge of operations said we're in Narcotics Control Commission talking about drugs and illicit. I mean, all these drugs that are happening with us and all that. I mean, your take on that, Nafi, member Ububakman on.
Maminchia me co-panelist and yeti funina. Maminchia PNP for almost share and pay. A bad drugs are and send no casano meti say ziga na oka about the passion.
Yeah,
it's true. Say passion is part of everything. Say we say when ye bibia one kasa wo kasa kurampo nipa mo beti ma hwe ahu say aje we ye demand na obeti ma ye. And na nso so ye ne kre say MPP ne NDC for omo alternative power in the Fourth Republic. Omo nyina wo omo power areas Ube who say NDC for bar. There are certain things that they do it very right. They get up that we are going to fight this because they are from a military regime and then they became a democratic political party. Indeed, there are certain things that if they want to do, they bring that radicalism into place. And at times, radicalism, it works. And you know that the NPP people too, they are into book. So when they also come, you see that things like Momo, this in, blah, blah, blah. They also bring certain initiatives into place that the NDC people don't also do. So I will have to support Ziga that when it comes to the drug fight, we are hearing the NDC people talking about it. And one of the antidote to solving a problem is talking about it. Because whilst you are creating awareness, the awareness will be able to help to make sure that the people hear the information and then they change. You see, we've not yet, I don't know whether it has ended. Or can say some pharmacy shops.
Yes.
Let's hear the names of those pharmacy where they are located and so those things, so that we will confirm that what you are saying is not just a hearsay and it's not just a propaganda. It is true. So when you are speaking about these issues, you bring facts and figures on board. You see, and then we can see the facts and figures, and we will support you that it's true. You are doing something because the drug is going to destroy the youth of this country, and one day we'll be having problems with our human resource base. I stay at Domi, and he's talking about the railways.
Yes.
You go there and you will see a young guy just lying on the floor. In fact, some time ago, I'm in the estates. I was doing jogging, and I saw a young guy trying to climb a wall. Like he held the wall in the sun, trying to climb the wall. Another time, I was passing by just at the Domi railways, and a guy was lying in the sun, just watching like this, and people just gathered, all because of these drugs. So those who are importing drugs into the country, they are evil, demonic, and satanic. So when people go to churches to pray against the devil, at times you and the devil, they are staying the same. You are neighbors without your knowledge, because you ask yourself, do you know that people who sell things to destroy others, they don't even make profit out of it? Because when you try to destroy humanity, God purposely allow you to get the money, and he will destroy your own children. This one, he doesn't do it to another person. No. It is you, you stay on this earth with your money, and you will face the consequences. That's how God does things. You see, so to fight drugs, it's a good thing, not only for the NDC, but for the entire country, because our youth are suffering, and women are the hardest hit, because we suffered 9 good months to give birth to your child with the purpose that the child will become someone one day to take care of you, only for the child to start taking red or what and what because someone else want to make money out of it. And into drugs, this morning they should bow down their heads in shame, you and your generation to come. Because why will you go and bring a drug like red? In fact, just here, around Joy FM, there's a watcher seller around Joy. I went there to buy watcher, and one guy came to me and I said they should give him the watcher, and he told me that I'm taking drugs. I need money to go for rehabilitation. I cannot, the body is shivering. He said, I don't have the money to buy the drugs. I am not of myself. You see, I'm trying to make, to get out of it. And I need help. And so, whilst he was talking to me, the watcher seller told me, he's lying. He needs money to buy the drug. So, if you try helping him, and I said, no, all what I will do is to look for a rehabilitation center, let you go there, and I pay the money directly to them. So I will look for it, not you. She turned the face away. I don't know whether she thought I was going to. I said, no, provide me data of everything, where you stay, and then I can help you to get out of these drugs. So the government too will have to also be so purposeful in trying to help us to fight this drug ordeal. The young people who are involved, if they can get them and then look for rehabilitation centers, because majority of them, because this guy, I realized that later on, Oh no, he was willing to he actually needed a flash out so that he can have his life back. So if I'm helping him and government is helping another person, and then we are all this in, then we are building a society devoid of drugs, and then we can use that guy to be able to help us to get those who are into it.
Okay, all right. But I say, Mame Janet Asana Nabla, or a chairperson, Emma People's National Party, and I'm telling you when it comes to drug issues and the fight. And the Yedi come on the backman. I mean to you on this one, I feel Yanko.
Yeah, could you?
Yes, sir.
I'm tell a true story. And it's a very good picture for today's discussion. Me Augustine, St. Augustine's College. Now, you're me junior, Papa a teacher of St. Augustine's. Now, Obu school no shall then in the Wasisa. The life Wasisa, why the pro rasta be. Until school now, yesterday, now I fall deep into drugs. Now, too much in my and Papa Shadem or Lockabo, no one was a tape. This called the EB. Or the church do shin my and Papa dem. Eventually, I did not count my man as was an few. Now, oh, in Brigum, now Michelle father war Cape Coast, Cocompe, fitting shop, if you was a popular fitting shop or Cape Coast. To Michelle Papa Namaso Michelle, because or a teacher or Gasco when I was there. Namaso na Pochona boy in there. Mukadamana Papa, Wakadama BB Atono. I said, Mam Bonis in Puma Tibio, where we oko, Mudanya said the way we call. And that hit me so hard. My father saying there, or Danyamia said that when we would not because of what the boy took them through because of drugs. So these are some of the things that drug can do that will be ruko, will be heartlessly or have a blade or they chana baby. Most of these guys are under influence of drugs. So when you're can count more here. So when it comes to the issue of drugs now, it's about the future of Ghana.
Yeah.
Because if we claim that the youth represent the future of the country, then let's say once you know or one, then it means we don't have future. That is why we need special investment in those areas. They say you invest heavily. Now you fight this issue. Let's say you brain then the Ghana that we want for the future but with the way things are going, and it's another form red. Now first let's will be a drugs. I'm saying cocaine. Cocaine the back home. Since it seems there, one of our drugs now so also are transformed. So now it comes in different
too many forms.
And even cocaine as impono. First minimum there wash and the one.
What the France so below, what the France, most of our pubs, restaurants, no drinks in there are special ones that are there. Only weed in our front. The mount now. Yeah. And see, so it's a serious issue. And let me say this, that it is true that this guy who is in charge of NACOC now, Chum Berema, a former police officer. Yes. And a lawyer. Yes. And so he comes across as someone there. Or what them special passion. Exactly. And and not Orcasa. I'm family maybe already. And some of the places and the minimum there in Zamakoda. Since I will break them in the down. So but when you are speaking, you can't even mention the place. Sure. Because then they will know the kind of activities they are doing. Yeah. They are doing serious work. And I'm saying there, they need more investment. Aban should invest more heavily in that area. Now, as to whether they did it better than MPP, I don't have the data. But the most important thing is that he's doing a very good job. You should focus on the job, not really. Now, Abansu invest because you see, more be on the Uberoko school, cushion as waba. Now, Obefian, not before for Abefi. Very serious. Yes, Otum Shedema, Otum Shedema, on Kobebia, about a few to Tony Bina on the fees as an Afro or as an Amkar. See, a serious issue, and the government. The President Mahama has said he's going to invest heavily there. Please, next budget, that is the money allocated to that NACOC. Sure.
what was that you achieve good results. When you the then the future will be bleak even for the country, not even only for the youth, but for the country itself.
Okay, all right. But that's back, man. Yeah, my main to on this drugs.
That's it. Now, men find chair Dikaima, Otredian Ponya, me say, and they were my daff face out here. Now, min show one because I saw my Akunya say, you met no video soon. I so, yeah, Monkomo, which Yamina back, man, Mammy Janet. My Fakonya switch here and PP phone in our team is our brain. Say, Achia Nemwe, and the Sabe Bonina. A Bruneba party in the narcotic issues. Look, and yet be politics. Because sometimes, if you only want to look at the fanfare, and NDC as a political party, I think the Casanoya would de Essene a Jumana, ya de Amao Samunian. But you yet say, Umpeo, a Bria Yacase, Ghana 4 day. Mano amamra, mano bambo, bibia de se, yerajo mama, and then I'm pam for them. Enti, uwa judi, uwa juma, uwa sudi so ye juma. Wa juma na no, se one to boasia, ebribia no be kasa na kasa na yumu. I did say me kasa. First of all, let me take you to Ghana Krumwa away. Amamra a bo narcotic control board and no baby or tenno ye amamra bo na ye kufuado aban no horo no and go to this law was passed in 2020 na NDC for na emrana down the framework na wo de ba ye adwuma na kasa and amount fapim apart from the PNDC one na narcotic drug enforcement. Now there's a law the MPP government if you abamu and they abay and samra na ama wo to me all the operational worker. Oh yeah. So where from this propaganda, where from this the government, the previous government and the government we took over did nothing. Or nipa no why the framework of your work and again now let's look at the value chain of this illicit drug Ekoswa Naminueziga try to open a block. Do you know, sir, there are agencies, organizations, I work more abana nkasa even the government agencies na part of it that yamamu license and atomi krata say sa substance yamum famra kromwa purposely or primarily for other drug based related pharmacological stuff. For instance, let me give you a typical example: ephedrine. The base for ephedrine this narcotic drugs here can once me. Into abayama individual organizations be any on one kasa abayin eko ni bi to me a amoko fa sa drugs yi eba kromwa problem a ye wo man mu ya amambosem. For instance, let me use them Ghana na abayin tema general stores on ye de yen enduro ni bibia akogu na abayin akra edru aban na kasa if you drink drugs here can was aban na kasa krabi baw aban ni tiri board dey ba ne say ye de be ye nduro e de amatimamfo na wo ye general stores manager na illegally wa fa edru no bia kwa akoton wa bonten. How does that a friend is say equate say aban na maba betena say ndisi aban na anya adwuma ne ye entina onipa bi tiri mo po adwembone kwan bone sunti sa drugs yi APF tema general stores about market. Me na say what him say you were big pharmaceutical giant in Ghana. For instance, Entrance Pharmaceutical owned by Area Tobinco. And one of the biggest pharmaceutical giant in Africa. Or the license to import some of these drugs we are talking about. Ababidu. Food and Drugs Authority are satisfied say or that one Standards Authority are satisfied so that one customs has cleared about be doing well now kafra nipa boni ni bia yera Tobinco afa na juma a ye juma wo Tobinco Entrance Pharmaceutical Company Limited now a small girl product way and they are bank to the system for the selfish gain. Meaning I say what am I say? These are the problem of our society that we have to find solutions to it, not just to go around pretending say abanye twemu anyehwe. No, it's a canker in our society, and we have to find ways and means to it. Look, Mrs. talking about drug, red. Let me tell you, if you want to check the chain, the marketing chain of this red, the source is not even in Ghana. The source somewhere in Burkina Faso, in what do you call it, Niger and Mali. And these boys here,
yes.
You see them all over the place.
Yeah.
They are the vehicle they are using to pass on these drugs into our community. And scraps here, and that is their trade. They are the carriers. Me, are more mining community.
Okay.
If I tell you the devastation effect on drugs on my community, you have no idea. There are young people, many are starting mule, mo, babo, money at their day from a tank man quanta because of drugs. We have lost their God-given talent. If I tell one guy, babo, or sawaha, you could see that this is somebody he was gifted. So but because of drug and then abrabo nase. So it is a societal issue. We have to deal with it head on, devoid of politics. Because and then me bra kasano, these people are able to find themselves in our schools.
Yes.
So you and I, we are not safe.
Yes.
Some of the drugs in the secondary school nasa obawa and sharp party color. The drug that will be transmitted into the high schools, into the primary schools. So all of us, we are at risk. And therefore, we have to tackle this menace devoid of politics. So that if nationally, we have to have a national policy or a national dialogue that will bring all cronies, everybody on board for us to discuss the menace of drug trafficking in our community.
Okay.
That is the way to go. And yes, when you are lawyer, what about I am piano babeto? What I am piano, you should avert your mind to the fact that the law that is even giving you the mandate was established by the then government.
Okay.
So what I said,
okay.
Now you tackle drug trafficking as a holistic problem. Today, my remember another one.
Yeah, quick one for you, uncle.
We have allowed our neighbors, Nigerians, to come and dominate the prostitution chain in Ghana. And do you know what they are using this prostitution chain for? It is to traffic drugs. And no ko osua. Ebo enumre non do baku do mienu don ko non mienu miensa, and then they traffic to about 7 a.m. You see these fine ladies, and then you take them and they will sell them to you. It is a problem of our society, and these things, apart from the labor traffic in it, there's also drug trafficking. Nigeria for it is the business. Just recently, I saw a news, a friend's item. One guy, between do whatever, has been in prison for 10 years for trafficking and kola as young as 15 years. Or then bedu Ghana, I know they are a particular date to swear an allegiance that they will not go and say anything, and they traffic these drugs through these small girls on our society.
Okay.
And this is a problem.
Yeah.
I want to remember this thing. I won't hear me. Let's not make more so that I'll give them information. During the day, these same girls, they find themselves in our various saloons. And then even at the universities, nails, make happen, any other they deal with these girls because I want to know what the purchasing power I get in to sort for those services. And when they sort for those services, they introduce our girls into drugs. So it is a very big problem we have. And until as a country we come together and say, no, it is a no for us, just like we are waging war against Galamsey.
Yeah.
Let's wage the same war against it, devoid of politics. If not, now by MPP and this year, so we want even vital information to help you or better say. One for issue where man me this case, some of this information you get it. Yeah. So it's a whole value chain that needs to be looked into. And then we have to stop them. What I said, and Kolana, I'm conquer for fear, all in the name, I'm called policy, I'm called makeup and all those things. We have to investigate. They are all transit points of these drugs. And if you are not careful, I don't know it will damage our society. In the next 50 years, if you are not careful, you and I, we are not safe.
Yeah, like Backman was saying.
Look, my son is in SS.
Okay.
And the headmaster was telling me that these boys are into drugs. He said majority of the boys are into drugs. And I was like, how?
Yes.
And when my son came home, he told me that they go out to smoke. How? 15 years, 14, 16, the highest.
Smoke, yes.
So when he said it, I felt hurt that this is what is going on. So I told him, when you see them doing that, walk away, run out, because I don't want my child to be hurt.
No, it's a serious problem.
Let me say this. See, what makes it even more serious in there? Abrafaba no start to secondary school. That's we introduce you to Obvious school na so be feeling when you juma no hopelessness set in. No who the future clear. It's obi to be influencing with even a stake of whatever they call it, or into the issue of unemployment is also linked to the issue of drugs.
Oh yes,
because hopelessness. Maybe a friend can easily get you or to his ban more 1, 2, 3, and next time 1 year's ban obey a drug.
Exactly.
And because he's the one who feeds you, you will be compelled to take the drug. So we should also deal with the issue of unemployment, youth unemployment, as part of fight against.
I think we should find a time and discuss our family system values. It is the beginning of all these problems.
Yes.
For instance, I'm from a broken home. I was barely 10 years. Okay. Fortunately for me, it did not affect their relationship. Fortunately for me, my mom and my dad are still best of friends today. My dad is 80, my mom is 75. Today, they are best of friends. So I didn't feel the impact so much.
Yeah. Further absence.
There are children who are going through this problem, and at age 15, if I tell you the psychological impact on them, you have no idea.
Yeah, I know.
And that leads to this illicit advice, smoking, alcoholism, all of it. And because it's your family system, no, gradually
It's eroding.
As you getting it, it's broken. And unfortunately, the society is not paying attention to it. Church, even at church, they don't pay attention to it today. They think that once I know divorce is the option.
And
that's what people think. And that crowd there, the new thing is that Obasi should not force oh yeah, Jumana, Onya Bema, Onya Bema, which is another major problem facing us. I get it. And all these things will lead into the problem we are discussing today.
I get it.
So we have to go back, okay, and educate ourselves the more so that we can understand
about
that
broken homes.
Broken homes.
I know that
our culture is just
I know
eroding.
that you are so much in a hurry to go to other places. This is a very important point. One day, my child was in, I don't know which class, but class 4, and I was sending him to school. I saw another boy, small boy, walking. He said, "Oh, my distance," so I picked him, and then I went and dropped him at school. Then I came back to the worksite to buy something. So I turned to pick my purse. The purse was not there.
Hey.
But I remember when the child was there, I took money and I gave it and I kept it. So I knew that the purse should have been in the car. Then just class 4. So something told me, go back to the school. So I went back to the school. I didn't even know the boy, because even though he was in class 4, he wasn't in the same class. So I asked my son. He said he doesn't know the name. So we were going from one class to another for me to check.
See.
Then I went to class 6, and one guy told me that his name is Anoche. He is not in this class. He is in class 4. I saw you dropping him from your car. So we went to this thing. Then the headmaster said, please sit down. Then they asked them to go and bring their bag. They brought their bag, and my purse was inside.
Wow.
And he has already used 100 cedis to go and buy what, and kept the rest of the money on the inside the socks. And look, then they call the mother. Look what they are saying. No, they call the parents, and then the following day in the morning, I went to meet the parents. When I went, it was the mother. The mother said they are about 4. The father ran away and left us. I'm the one who is at Cantamanto. She's even in this school because the school said they need to give a scholarship for people who lives around. So I came and saw the headmaster, and when I was looking at the guy, even the uniform was torn. This thing. She said, so she's under scholarship. I don't pay school fees. I can't pay school fees in this school. So he came with the money that he took, and I said, I want you to use it to buy some uniform. From that day, I took it as a responsibility to be giving. Anytime I'm going to school, I pick him up, give him money for school, just to make sure that he doesn't do that again. Wow. So we have so many. No one, when someone steals, and instead of us to look at the cost, we are just looking at just now. He said, especially young people, we need to have compassion, because you cannot tell me you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, and you don't have compassion. Then you are not of God, because the God we serve is a compassionate God, and we need to look at all these things.
Too bad.
When it comes to this issue, we don't. But it is something that deserves our attention. I'm telling you.
So when you get time,
the effects are that your children are in the same class with these people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously,
and psychology,
the
environment play a major role in determining the outcome of a child.
Yeah.
And these are the environment we found for our children.
Our culture needs to be looked at. Good morning. Drugs is destroying the youth of Ghana. Greet a book for me, my mate in Legon. This one is from Nyabingi Kumase. Also Minchel Manopa. And then he says, good morning, Mr. Host. Charles watching from Gabon. The gentleman is telling the truth. In Gabon, the government has banned the selling of tea, coffee, and other bojo jobs that the strangers are doing. Okay, so this is a clear example of a good initiative from Gabon. And Ode Abba Sisia, and also Nadia Ode Abba. And this one, when you go on text messages, or say, quick one. Good morning. I'll say, please ask Madame Nabila for me. Did she say if she was kind of Furiata, she will return to Ghana? I want to verify something. Okay, I know what you want to verify. We're going to go there. Then she will obviously tell you whether indeed or cancer and answer one cancer. Bright Goss, so say please. We are talking about same Brian the champion who wanted to buy Senate hotels. How sure are we that this his man will not buy Ghana if he's made the president? Or no, Nadia or they buy, and then he says, "Good morning, sir. Please, can you tell Madam Janet that I want her number?" Okay, I will do that for you. MPP should not be entertaining Ghana again. They are not truthful party. Or no, Nadia or they buy, and no. And then this one says that, okay, I'll read that one to you. But remember, now you're being come out for here, Ken Ofuriata. And then I'll start with the real backman on that. OSP and matters are rising. What people are saying, what the lawyers are saying, media, I mean, it will be a kind of judgment and I'm more, and also said, with this issue of Ken Obeba and answer Omba, credibility is at stake. But also Herba Hospital, some men can show say more issues, problems, when it comes to glaucoma, cataract, total blindness in our face, as a money one day will say, queer, Fadiano Quechika Kramame, Name has a me one. Sunday money no. Kaka, also cars never no. I am you know me and nine. Me no kase krano. Pusa when ni sa aye blare. I'm a when you said then one day sa. Stroke. And as I say when mobile stroke, diabetes, hepatitis B. Obi so aye alcohol, pan or rin, fibroid, cancer of all kinds na face liver and kidney problems in prostate or disorders, candidiasis, sexual weaknesses, STD, and I've so bed wetting, HIV, and I've so malaria, other issues that has to do with fever, papa, ne more dini ye, me pacho. me ena me catch ro yenko SO Herbal Hospital na you know munko di nkomo ne yenko no munko hwe ma ye 100% herbal and afi so a natural treatment and a wo hono mo de be ma. I mean SO Herbal is a solution to all your health needs. And then you know SO Herbal na me kan wan sama cho no ukọ honom enne na me no kase ya Jack yare a me bobo so nyina no bibia betumi akoyie ama pa o hwehwe omo a omo ewo eye Amasama Stadium Junction honom na eye SO Herbal Hospital omo wo from on 05555 05555 29253 and also says 050 344 9444 050 3449444 and as it says 027 28 59 115 027 28 59 115 Fre SO Herbal na kwaje wayaresa na okọ so a okọ awose Kojo Preko Dankwah de ka se braho na omo check o yare bia mambo so ha and as say me boss so ha obi atitru blindness ne partial blindness ne wani na ekusu glaucoma ne cataract o wani so no pepacho mo fo mo nyina nko eye Amasama Stadium Junction mo nko SO Herbal Hospital na mo nko sa mo ho yare na ebetumi aboa mo yie pa. Now this one says that please tell the woman she's her children in danger. She should stop calling their names. Okay, all right. Obi advice. No, this one is from William. And you were enchi. Okay, on also need or they buy no. Young caught na fe Indian come on. About my men on chassis. I'm sure within the week you heard a OSP talking about the issue of Uraken of Uriata coming down for matters to be settled and all that. It look as if it's long overdue. And then by member, you say intel, you're on baby or your meetings. But member. As a Ghana, in as much as a public interest, case, we're looking at it more or less like as a idea group and as a serious, and I don't know what is really happening with the OSP, Keno Furiata, the SML issues, and then the contract. What's happening?
I'm kind of answering. Hey, Maminchi, I'm young. Na bingi buju stagger.
Yeah, I need to know.
Oh, Charlie, it's good to hear from you. Yes, if we are changing numbers so that we can be contacting each other. Hey, one of the things that this drugs are destroying the future of our youth. One of the things that will destroy the future of our youth is the issue of corruption. Because, say, youth, if they don't have job to do, if life, they don't see the future clear. 92.9. Actually, Obia, what they will be man down here. Sika, Nkabutu is a create jobs. I'm a youth, no. The man in Panankote wa first cano, was I shall kotokum, was I enables ye, was I investment? Even the worst case is that even investment, we always can find an organ and put na youth and put in your So corruption is a major issue. That is why time bia catch a youth in there. Say politician be were accusing there and also there or then say about Bernie's commerce and bringing in Riza. Mama could in a car quim. Now one year demonstration to support that person. Because that person by stealing the money, no, he has stolen your future. A very serious issue. That is why when I'm speaking about corruption, I don't favor any politician. In fact, I don't have sympathy for any politician who is cited, relative to issue of corruption. Any sympathy for you, because imagine security and saying what that money could have done. Say the CC hospitals, say the roads, say the CC schools, say it will be in Juma youth here. Can you imagine the number of youth and Kobe in Juma wire? But because of a new beings, so the issue of SML, you see, Kojo, let me tell you this, and I say this as a former MPP member. When MPP was a new patriotic party, and at that time, the values and principles of the party were Yejumano, the likes of G.H. Mensah, G.H. Mensah didn't even build a house in Accra. G.H. Mensah, who was a finance minister under Buzia, and became the leader of the party in parliament in this republic. If you Accra. At that time, the values and the principle of the party or ye too much. On man Ghana and all Babosom. Or better Bosom on man Ghana. Into a Bekaya. Dama time no, yet the honorable late E.T. Mensah. Why electric gate? Gate or on a car obuduana gate in a way. That when that issue came up in those days,
It was an issue.
our leaders, or GH Mensah and Kono, because of one commitment to the national interest and issue of fighting corruption, they made it a national issue. The Onyezika when you know them gate, you know. Yesterday, young late mother where we dancing Okoto jacuzzi. Hey, jacuzzi. A big issue in this country. Yes. Issue. And see, when the party was the new patriotic party, things were different. And I've said it on record. These values changed completely when Anakufo took over the party. And even became worse when he won power and he made his family members a family member in charge of finances of this country. So also on your Bonibiara, Montana Buchon Bragana. Oba, he will go through the due process. So no someone in Benebejan. The mom said, why Bona or said Breno Yinizi? But for the first time, our finance minister has run away from the country. For the first time.
Former finance minister.
Sorry, former finance minister has run away from this country. Can you imagine? Why is it Omenis Kenya Asha once a day? Fanzama to Tuye, na Oman Konanimuno. If you will, you man, a gonna catch your abroaching. Or for why a trinamunchi? Na, could you SMAD newa? Say, Comehu. Ne say, Eshe, most in the Kenofrata, or shall not white shirt. No quote Bible. No Tumunya could drill. What's it? Them deal is by ya. Man, listen you soon. And what was it?
I said the way judging.
Dama, what's it? Say, Eko Chapel, ni Shebru nya.
Sign, what say you mean?
Say Eko Shabo and some lessons huna. I've said it again. Hey, before so, and I say Ishakana on Ishian. Say question huna in Ishakana on Ishian. Massa, if you go to the deal, we didn't need SML. Check all the reports. We didn't need SML for anything. It was cooked just to siphon money from the state for their personal interests. And that is what I'm talking about. If you're a Ghanaian, you should be angry. You should be angry that a man to na a man ya bobusa. Busa na ya body to na ya jeno. Nyimpa bi no fa kwane bi do. Na wa plot your financial system no so that every contract, every ABN will end up with them. That is how they make this country. And let me tell you this. Check. Light wave and
light wave with the health ministry.
If you check, our people will do proper work. In America, every major contract in this country, you will see the fingerprint of Ofurata on those contracts. Every major contract, you will see his fingerprint there. Were you not in this country? A whole state institution, SIC, nearly collapsed because he took over with enterprise insurance. Say a bank now had to be insured by enterprise. To the extent they say a government institution can engage any financial negotiation. Your insurance be enterprise insurance. They nearly collapsed SIC. An individual with his personal company, enterprise insurance, nearly collapsed SIC. And we sat down aloof as a nation. Look at what happened to NIB. They nearly collapsed NIB because they had interest to buy NIB. I mean, you shouldn't joke when it comes to some of this issue. We all in your formal line here to about the man, somebody to become president. Ibokono was there because of us, not because of his family. Not because of his family. So, me, as for the OSP, I have been defending him, but it looks as if the teachers no about theatrics do. The press conference and I'm declaring them on Obaba. ɛkwan biara Ghana ebutumi afɔde wɔn amofra atɔ waba obi in someone. It's not only SMLO. PDS na azi nyinaa PDS friend then even National Cathedral. They should come and answer questions. And see, I'm amazing there.
Okay.
If you really want to succeed as a country, you should make corruption so expensive that even the thought of it will not come to mind.
Okay.
If you're a public officer.
Okay.
Because if it is so cheap, anybody can buy. Anybody can engage in anything that is cheap. But if it's expensive, that's a don't say carbon sika. I say as a buyer no. When the thought of it in why do you think countries like Singapore, Malaysia have succeeded in fighting corruption? They use, which we don't use. They do proper lifestyle audit. So a public officer, no, they use a car. That's a car they using. Who pay? Who salary? Ejeno. It is presumed that you use car. So that we have something called Presumption Act. Something Presumption Act. It is presumed that you are Beniscan as a Tokano. Now the burden of proof is not on the state. The burden of proof is on you to prove to the state today in Yesika name Wankasa name every show Wiscan as a trade. Because of that, you dare not. Ethiopia has done the same thing. Ethiopia has even passed the law that goes back 10 years. 10 years, any property beyond certain amount of money, I think 10 million of their currency. If it is beyond that amount of money, you have to prove to the state how you made it. If you're not able to do that, the state confiscate it and give it to for public use.
Okay.
So if we want to fight corruption, we should fight it like never before.
Okay.
And this one, it is not. When I'm talking about corruption, it doesn't work. And let me also say this: we also need Sedinam Tamakro in this country. She was convicted. She was, I think, convicted, right? Yeah. The
absentia.
Yeah, we are Abenisika. This we're going to catch Abuchi. Much as in here can we also need.
Okay.
Sedinam Tamakro.
Okay.
So Economy wasn't them Kofe Baba Ghana. My Kraba serve in a sentence. And of course, we need it as a nation because we can't afford to give this country to politicians. Some few politicians, as against the masses who steal this country's future, so that the masses will have to suffer. We live in poverty. A country so rich in resources, yet so poor because of certain individuals who are greedy and heartless.
All right. But I say Ebo Backman attending kind of deputy director communications at my United Party. Jane, Mamintio on this issue of WSP.
Eba corruption asema PMP for SSA young wolf in front to teach the rest of the political parties how to fight corruption, because a liman in Kwani government, the People's National Party. Omo pamini part this overthrow in omo share ya none of the ministers were corrupt. Inti eba corruption asema we don't play with corruption matters. The only problem we have is the selective justice when it comes to corruption. Enunkwani ye problem. Inti no matter what this government be kabia, ye be can say witch hunting. Yeah, witch hunting asem no. Adenti na Attorney General Betima court. Akofa obia okosi financial loss to the state. I'm talking about Collins Dauda. $200 million. Wakwako yini case Afri court say there be ono ye PA or ye NDC member inti onka ho. Even mo finance minister onusu 56 million. Man in Afri ho say onka ho. Wakwako yi opuni 219 or 60 million Ghana cedis. We in Africa hotel on kahu do for no more muka ho. We you munina we calculate o munina sika eya about 8.9 billion Ghana cedis. Na 8.9 billion. Even more. And I would do obichi for 120 million Ghana. Na muka me who press conference na muka no. We can say the whole earth was coming down. But these ones, they are also allegations. They have not even established prima facie against the person concerning the thing na omo kasano. In fact, on Joy, na this thing, I think Manasseh Azure na or see ne find this now. Yeah, they are facts. I say facts for who? Facts for yourself. Our facts here is in the court. Contestable with facts are here contestable in court. It is only when the court comes out that what you have said no is true. That Ghanaians, we can now pick it as the right information and for that matter, fact. But until then, it's not fact. Dear your friend allegation. Dear OSP, allegation until they are contestable in court. And they are supposed to send them to court. Until the omo kenina about sika see my kama nipa and this if one so omo ye na wo baya na anka wo di we mu dika kenoforeta en omo ka ho like gift owari mu asemi mu na wo ye no in unity trying to make sure say you protect the country against your own people, against the MPP, to protect Ghana. One yenisa, why you win you ankasa woman one kasa nipa noli prosecute. And now omo mukaya omuya wi nipa yi de kasa didindi. And one any problem no. The second problem inti a me can say me na me can say me e ken oforiata me mba Ghana. No kure. There is no a conducive atmosphere for anyone in this country. Look at Iyoko Boss, Attorney General, National OSP, movie directors 3. Omu ye omu movies are no omu ye promo. Na any press conferences now omu ya and bail conditions now abnormal bail condition. We see obi causing financial loss to the state 10 million, 150 million bail. This is a condition to meet. What are you doing? Are you trying to fight crime or you are trying to punish your enemies? Eden na mu ye na me krampo see me wo Ghana na me hu sa de we amesuru. I will not if I'm outside Ghana and I have seen say obi omudi ni koho whether they have proof or not this thing, they will tell you that bring this is the bail condition we be can no mo see omudi akokot and one asem no there is no any conducive environment in Ghana for anyone to get a fair hearing. Look at the courts. The courts are now operating under the umbrella of political parties because it is the politician that picks the Supreme Court judges and picks the High Court judges. So these judges, they come thinking that they are there to do the bidding of the politician. They are not even thinking that they are there to serve Ghanaians. So anytime obini government, what problem? Their government bidding kunim, what will be that? So how sure are we say, some cases now, hearing in the court. Look at Edubwahin. Edubwahin has gone to the Supreme Court to complain, say, the judge that you have given me, this and this and this and this, the Supreme Court in a hurry to do the bidding. Come and see him. Oma ye say Wumpini says, how much will it cost you to change the judge? Because you look, it's better for Edubwahin, even or Digana Sika, to walk free than for us to jail an innocent person. That is how law is supposed to be. Is that how it is in Ghana? No. They don't care. They just need somebody to say that, oh, me party buy, me jail this number of people. And the Attorney General is even trying to like do press conferences like he is preparing them for the court. And you see, the public said they are guilty. So you, the judge, if you don't declare them guilty, you are corrupt. That is the type of mindset the Attorney General is trying to put into the minds of Ghanaians. That's what he's doing. The press conferences are not innocent press conferences. So the press conferences are precipitated to make sure, say, obia oye jaja oti ne bench so obe who say Ghana force we ya corrupt intimidine ba mu kota na wo mami justice mfano nkotuma. It means we will judge no we ya corrupt. Something no mu yes we die nyina. Na me na anka ye me na me wo outsider share I will pull all legal terms to protect myself. I won't come back. I will pull every legal string to not come back because they are not going to get a fair hearing. So we share all the environment senior government what problem are the court. We don't have court. The courts are now part of the executive. They are not impartial. They are not independent.
That's how you say it.
To me, we need to make sure, say, we are changing your constitution with immediate effect. Okay. Removing the president away from the judiciary. He should not appoint anybody. He should not appoint judges. He should just stay as a president and allow them to use their judicial process to come up with who becomes a chief justice, who becomes a Supreme Court judge. We should have the judiciary taking care of their issues. Until then, we don't have fairness in Ghana. Anytime you have a problem against government, government wins. Mini government in court to be out. So they make ones warm straight than to be passing through the court. Yes, I will just go there because to go just go and confirm. I will not because I won't pass through a judge who was appointed by Mahama, who is trying to do the bidding of Mahama to now come and give me this thing. My deep this thing. Don't.
All right, Janet, and your turn in Kano. Yow, for you and for your claim.
Sorry, Kuramiti, I say all kind about people say obi wo na or a particular maybe something expensive say omonhwe when him say okuja to ablakwa na fie na ewo this in airport hills no me tworo ma we mu omo frɛ omo say sa omo oral fo no say mo chairman no I'm suspecting him of being corrupt. The house no he cannot tell us where he got money to either rent the place or even bought the place. So please, can you add him to the oral dissing? Oman fananka who? Oman fan inti a selective dissing justice.
No.
Thank you so much.
Kojo, to be fair with our issue. To be fair,
yes,
to the information but out as to the ownership of the place.
I think they're vetting. A lot of questions were asked.
It was a public knowledge.
That they gave it to him for free?
No.
I think he or Chechi.
I'm coming. No, let's be fair. Let's be fair. The reason I say let's be fair.
How did he?
You are talking about you mentioned lifestyle audit.
When did he explain? He explained that what?
Kujoto's lifestyle. Kujoto in his lifestyle, apart from say or university or printing or printing photocopy 10 pesos. Up to say era Johnny Van Thomas Berry and Deputy Minister for Education.
Yeah, what Chechi mu so
Chechi. About $5,000 to $10,000. What you need to do? What you need to do? Petition, my petition is not about him buying it. He said he rented it, and the amount is between $5,000 to $10,000. So I asked, where did you get money? Because your salary is 15,000 Ghana cedis. Where are you getting money to pay for this on a monthly basis?
You cannot. So you never saw the need to talk about. You never saw the need to talk about this guy offended. Hanan issue. All the burdens he's bought. You never saw that.
No. The back my money. Your time and
she never saw the need to talk about Hanan. The property is a wild.
Is that not it? They have come out to disgrace Anan. Who came out to disgrace Okuja to Ablakwa?
So what are you
committed a crime?
So
what crime has Okuja committed?
No. But what crime has Hanan committed?
Oh, but the facts are there.
I just gave you the facts that Okuja cannot prove where she got the money to rent the place. I just told you. He can tell us.
OSP.
Say, Maybe say my politics need the was afraid that ye be yiran kwanta nice na nsem ne de o se ye ka ne yentimi anka ma menti ade we in free Batman, let's deal with Oforiata as an individual of the state. Na yen na bushia sem anya the entrance because it is not good for our politics. Oforiata said you be a finance minister, I'm sure say na yere be a finance minister. Do for it in sensemuno. Let's deal with it. First of all, let me deal with corruption. So, ye ka corruption. O man with corruption tina mikro metian kaman kwanta kwan yenye. Corruption tina ebia mikro mishu yenye. Let's assume say corruption a problem a war and a treating and yadia. Ye nipa na ye din komono bi apesa so corruption so. Na say you can see a delay corruption and just a corruption nye address eba wo fie na mo mimi fie the corruption enya address enya de eba se ko ba ne sa na wo di trimu po bi e hye nipa oman ni trimu say the political space can say which hante amanfo NDC ba be mo first docket ambeto ye said nam tabaklo Ghana amamra dina sem awie say Ghana sika over 100 million ma men na maslok so adani sika no kwanta nan so nti o say Ghana aban agi sika mesro OSP your friend say ni din 7% boni din lawyer Kisi Ajaben what is wa boho wa ura remonacha Captain Acha Captain Planet what is wa boho wa ura Dominic Ayene or and they wadane theatric attorney general what is wa boho wa
wadane theatric say
oh masa who the media meti wa boho ma che you are one of the old pioneers when it comes to media production. You have been around for a long time. Until a fiti obeda some more time as attorney general. Baba see they just ended a friend is saying Godfred Dame as attorney general. A bribia nanka who report from courtroom and amewa. Who juma ya usubieda and your courtroom now and they call court. Say na government attorney by defender say theatric a friend saying I ono de na ye Jubilee House press conference bunko for attention whipping public against citizens o ka hanana sen ya de hana court when any statement I de kokot say aban nsem aye ka fa hanan nsem ni de wate ha ne say aye ne aba be gira ho wato fie wa ha do you have any means oh ada only kromo
They've not gone to court.
oh na ko CID officer ho ye court
oh na no man bail
see another
CID
court when court I mean your court now
but Hanan so nya bill cry
one
hour 50
my bishop say 50 doctor obeda some one time as attorney general to Godfred Yeboah Dame me pato na nya court that report again asesa and na ye wa attorney general ntimi nkoko the only time o court no we do ko file for what not only what prosecute
Kessben 92.9.
the only time in 10 months ni obey attorney general no ko e do got sorry the otimi ko ya and say owura kobnadofo case a wo court aban di no world grad one may investigate one meto aso o se sasem na hu nya Ghana aban. And we're talking about $66 billion. Unim sa case no. Certain for. Yadiji yen deposit. Edi akoto bank. Wo me yen na ye ka ho. Na directors of that bank afa sika na spend. Na nipa no wache na ban akwakotu sika no. Ama depositors. You need promo the demonstration that went around because deposited for pamusika. Government have to pay for it. Omo yes ade no. Ora yin say we file for null prosequa. It means he is not interested. Minu ya uti ami.
Retail pa.
Opuni null prosequa. Sedu Agongo null prosequa. The current finance minister null prosequa. The current governor of the Bank of Ghana null prosequa. Na ya ba theater Say na Mr. Ka movie director no be I saw camera scene so, I saw light scene so.
To me, yes, sir. You are not being fair.
That
to
is
the
what they are putting out there. They are not going to the courtroom.
But you're not being fair to the creatives. You ask a more ridiculed the
No,
job
no, 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 no.
of movie theaters and directors.
I am saying, sir, he is taking the space of the creatives. That's what I'm saying. He's taking the space of the creatives. Now you saw camera scene so, hey, John chapter 4 verse 16. Mumbeho berme bia yesia the friends kwam na dubu ahen. Initial kwam start amosi Professor Dubu ahen ba no. MPP. Wakoto dan ono so the same to wakoto ye ko mu ana bedo jo mama ye opposition leaders as can be the talk about
$500,000.
ye ko issue ko du Dubu ahen issue mu ana bedo je jo mama. E wo kan ye to bi ma no. And then do mama Kojo Preko so baby I bo atene dem or ye na TikTok because of IP address we can locate you. Sana Kobna Dubu ahen. Enyuma pani bi okoye wo a friends national security no esubinu no. Ya bo case no abamba babade e ba betodwa akura say ya anya careful.
Oh, a minute.
Oh, minute day.
9:45. Enyame.
Ghana ban nim beguase. Ade na America, the American na say. Sampara se yenua Kenneth ya kuntunkunu koforiata wafa kwan boni su ediga na sika menua yemfa ne kokot but me too I also agree say Kenneth Fus onyehwe onfa Ghana kwan boni bi ediga na sika sabio Ghana mra na ma ho kwan na be finance minister nti fa nidie ama Ghana mra nabra media me for say sanse me ayeti e bia sipe me kai 2009 ora bia fe na Samoa Boatin o kai ni case ye toto no sata na Harita Drew opon toto no a e ko court asem ni ko do court na akra na ban kra onye interested in it nti se menua no ana me wo fa no ana papa no ofu say so onfa Ghana sika bia omra
okay
na aba na emom no afutu edema Dominic Akurubu ayine and say yes reno ye panachaw
no maunga
onjai the screen politics.
Okay, I disagree with him.
Sir, let me tell you.
Public interest
The man should carry all of us along.
So
he is the Attorney General of Ghana.
Let me
And
tell
that's
you
what he's
something.
doing.
Let me tell you something. One minute. If you don't know the effect of what he's doing, let me tell you. And I son order. A son who chat to me, but a son who chat to. What should I do?
Oh, man.
Yeah, inform myself.
You did me. I mean,
you need masem. You inform me, Dina. Asem dibia embusa mano asem.
Yeah.
But near the card the chrono to me so. Send me one ma. Me bako school. You need masem so me mas school for friend me masere of a chrono for niba.
no, but
you know the
Attorney General does not charge you. Why should he take you to court?
Innocent
officer what for be to no court.
Court.
No, so it's a public record. Court is a public record.
Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to democracy.
No.
Put the person
nothing wrong. In fact, we want you to do more.
Proven guilty.
It's not we as what?
No, the person needs to do more.
Ghanaians want the 24-hour economy to work. It is you who have a problem with MPP people, and you are looking for your enemies. You are Ghanaians are aware that NDC cannot fight crime because their hands are dirty.
Very soon.
They are inside it.
And then you crying, and then you crying.
Ghanaians are aware.
And now then, very soon, Alantamati no a part of the government.
Yeah.
It is very soon. Yeah, the Alantamati baby Gina.
Happy birthday to you, Deborah Ahiagbo. Oh yes, CEO of Debbie's Fashion. This one is coming from your lover boy Fifi of Kessben Media. The love is deep. I was on the guest in Nigeria. Deborah Ahiagbo, CEO of Debbie's Fashion. What I go on to me in casa. Way if you're your lover boy Fifi of Kessben Media. Another happy birthday to you, Dakno Poku Samuel, Whitemore, and internet where you're Kessben TV, Kessben FM. Happy birthday to you, Dakno Poku Samuel. Another happy birthday to you, Kwame Edu Jemfi, Kumeni, a newscaster where you're up Primswell Radio. Happy birthday to you, bro. Radin Shaw. And that belated birthday to Auntie Joyce. Well, this one is coming from the entire family. And then a happy birthday to you, Adora Nanaya, age gracefully. This one is coming from your dad, Daniel of Kessben Media. Happy birthday to your little one. And I must say, I had any meeting meeting at the Kojo Preko Dankwah. A happy belated birthday to Mavis Sasu, head of client service. Happy birthday to you. And now what baby the next Kaneke. Ebe soon. And soon we can say soon by this time. Yeah, I said. We are back again tomorrow morning, God willing. Have a fresh morning, a Monday morning. Start well and end well. I wish you well. Hand you over to Joe Laka, mid for the action from now to 2 p.m. It's going to be exciting. I'm Sanso for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Richard Apia Sapon. Daniel, technical, and our face of Fifi. And then Addison, and then Delali, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Your life. I go love you if you let me.